Let's get this roast a-cookin'.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst decisions in RuPaul's Drag Race.
It's a lip sync. What part of that do you not understand?
For this list, we're looking at the most questionable choices made by contestants on the popular reality show, as well as production decisions that had fans calling shade. Is there a Drag Race decision that left you scratching your head? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Willam breaks the rules.
It has come to my attention that you have broken the rules.
It's hard to be too critical of Willam because she's just so iconic. But her choice to break various rules during the filming of Season 4 arguably wasn't the best move. After winning 2 main challenges, the Queen was starting to seem like a frontrunner. Instead, her off-screen behavior led to an instant disqualification. It's still one of the most shocking moments Drag Race has ever seen.
Your actions have consequences.
Willam's version of events doesn't quite line up with the official story the show put out afterwards, but the end result remains the same. Whatever the truth of the matter, she left the show way too early.
So the conjugal was the story that we all decided to go with. Yeah, and it was easy, and it was true.
Number 9. Pheromone tears into Michelle Visage.
Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever RuPaul Roast!
When it comes to comedy, there's always a fine line between being funny and being just plain mean. Utica Queen learned that lesson the hard way in Season 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you could speak whale.
But Pheromone's Season 9 routine was even more shocking. Asked to roast judge Michelle Visage, she completely misjudged the tone and went in way too hard.
I find it hilarious that Michelle Visage judges a talent competition. I don't know about you, but don't you actually have to have talent to do that?
Of course, you want to tell jokes that'll ruffle some feathers. After all, that's kind of the point of such a performance. But the Queen's remarks felt way too personal and just weren't that funny.
And I'm pretty sure having one song in the 90s that no one even remembers doesn't qualify you to be a judge on such a big TV show.
Unsurprisingly, Farrell was subsequently sent home. It was a truly excruciating moment, to say the least. Number 8. Chanel nominates herself for elimination.
Chanel, who should be eliminated tonight?
I'm so glad you asked me this question. I nominate myself.
All the way back in Season 1, it was clear that the intensity of Drag Race was getting to Chanel a little. But even so, her speech to the judges in Episode 6 felt rather out of the blue.
Since day one, I have been judged really hard, and I'm very frustrated that you can't see the personality.
Many viewers agreed with her suggestion that she was being critiqued far more harshly than the other contestants.
Week after week, when we come into an elimination round, I am so negatively critiqued.
Still, her choice to nominate herself for elimination was strange. Few would argue that she deserved to go home over Rebecca Glasscock, but essentially volunteering to leave before the bottom 2 were even announced probably didn't help her case. After all that hard work, it was a shame to see her get sent home earlier than necessary.
Chanel wanted this so bad that I think it turned against her.
Number 7. Roxy Andrews sings in Read You, Wrote You.
I'm Roxy Andrews and I'm here to make it clear. I know you love me, baby. That's why you brought me here.
The All-Stars 2 finale saw the Queens tasked with writing lyrics for and performing Read You, Wrote You. For some strange reason, Roxy Andrews made the choice to include a sung portion to her part instead of sticking exclusively to rap.
I'm gonna show you what I can do.
It was always going to be tough to stand out against Katya, who absolutely rocked her verse.
But your dad just calls me Katya.
But by attempting to sing, Roxy fell incredibly flat and was by far the weakest performer in the girl group.
All these other hoes, but they're all the same.
Needless to say, she finished in 4th place. Considering how high the stakes were, we're still not quite sure what was going on inside her head. Number 6. Coco Montrese dances at the talent show. The point of a talent show is to show off something you're good at. So why pageant queen Coco Montrese decided to do a dance routine is anybody's guess.
I decided to step out of my box just to show a different side of myself. I hope it pays off for me this time.
The performance could generously be described as taking inspiration from vintage Broadway musicals, but it ended up looking incredibly odd.
We all make choices.
but that was a choice.
Coco's bizarre, jerky movements felt off. And we have no idea what the top hat bit was all about. We get wanting to try something new, but the first episode of the season probably wasn't the best time to experiment. Alaska's horrified face truly says it all. You probably won't be shocked to hear that Coco was eliminated after this awful showing.
Coco Montrese, you are an all-star. Now, sashay away.
Number 5. Charlie Hides remains static during a lip sync. The lip sync for your life is arguably the most iconic part of Drag Race. Two contestants fighting for their survival is typically riveting stuff. But when Charlie Hides went up against Trinity Taylor in season 9, only one queen gave it her all. While Trinity worked every single inch of that stage, Charlie basically stood still in one spot for the duration of the song. There's no getting around the fact that it was a poor showing.
Trinity is selling the song. Charlie, on the other hand, it looks like she's telling children to get off her lawn.
There's no world in which you can win a lip sync like that. Hides later revealed that aside from not really knowing the words, she was also dealing with a cracked rib. While that explains her stiffness, she probably should have mentioned it beforehand.
I'm not a lip sync performer. 99% of the acts in London sing live. So I just need Ru to say it, sashay away.
Number 4. Kenya Michaels tries to be Beyonce.
We've got 16-time Grammy winner. Hey, Beyonce! Woo!
There's nothing quite as cringe as a dreadful Snatch Game performance. From Fifi O'Hara's Lady Gaga to Asia O'Hara's Beyonce, there's been no shortage of duds over the years.
Okay, shut up now, girl. Shut up now. Hush.
But Kenya Michaels' impersonation of Queen Bee has got to be the worst of the lot. She delivered a dreadful display that was anything but funny and missed the mark completely.
Asha Fierce.
I want to take a sweet dream right now. I'm a survivor!
The most baffling part is that this challenge is one of the show's fixtures. So you would think the queens would consider their celeb options carefully and prepare properly before arriving. It's safe to say that Kenya made the worst Snatch Game choice we've ever seen, at least so far.
The level of unprofessionalism, far too much.
What did you just do?
Number 3. Valentina lip syncs in a mask.
Nothing can explain what I'm feeling as I'm waiting to have to lip sync for my life. I'm scared.
A lip sync requires your lips to be visible. It's right there in the name.
Valentina, this is a lip sync for your life. We need to see your lips.
But that didn't stop Valentina from trying to keep the mask from her runway look on when Ariana Grande's Greedy started playing. This choice was ridiculous enough on its own.
Take that thing off of your mouth.
I'd like to keep it on, please.
But when she reluctantly removed the face covering at Ru's request, it became clear that she hadn't even bothered to memorize the lyrics.
Oh, she doesn't know the words.
This was an utterly inexcusable lapse in judgment, especially for such a highly rated contestant. It obviously ended her stay in the competition. But at least we got one of the show's most quotable moments out of it. Number 2. Playing it safe in the Snatch Game.
I do not want you to get down on yourself, because I know you like to do that, but don't do that.
Okay.
You are all equally as bad.
Remember how we said Kenya's Snatch Game choice was the worst so far? Well, her performance didn't lead to a lip-sync Lollapalooza smackdown. The season 14 Snatch Game did, but not because it was bad, per se. Each queen just didn't go far enough with their characterizations and committed the cardinal sin of the Maxi Challenge, not making Ru laugh.
Quiet on set. Most of our jokes aren't really landing. It's like the joke isn't coming together fully. It's a funny setup, and then the punchline is just kind of meow.
Truly, only Deja Sky's Lil Jon and her yeah could be heard above the crickets.
Yeah!
In the end, not taking a risk proved to be the biggest risk of all, and led to an investigation by Michelle Visage in search of the jokes.
The investigation continues. Oh, no.
And 7 out of 8 queens needing to rely on their lip sync skills and bars of chocolate to keep them in the competition.
It's chocolate. It's chocolate.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some dishonorable mentions. Alyssa Edwards attempts to embody Katy Perry because you can't afford to miss every joke that's spoon-fed to you.
Let's move on to Katy Perry.
Hi, Ru.
Did you really kiss a girl?
Have you ever kissed a girl?
Well, never.
Alaska tries to bribe Detox. She had to know she couldn't get away with that on TV.
I'll give you $10,000 if you let me stay. Before taxes, I'll transfer it to you via PayPal because I need to stay in this competition. I need to be in the Final Four.
Pearl talks back to Ru. There was no need to make this any more awkward than it already was.
Well, I'm hoping it will light a fire under your ass.
So there's something on my face.
Alexis Michelle paints herself green. Let's just say it's not her color.
Michelle. In honor of your big night, I wore your favorite color, girl.
Aiden Zane impersonates Patricia Quinn. Why didn't she do the accent?
What say you, Patricia Quinn?
Well, you know, I still have no clue what the hell's going on here, but
okay.
I put a blunt. It's because if I had one of these right now, I might remember where the hell I'm at.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, letting the former queens decide.
Shangela, Phoebe, I'm sorry, my dears, but this is not your time.
All Stars 3 was a controversial season for many reasons, including frontrunner Ben de la Creme eliminating herself. But the jury vote stands out as the main one. The twist, which saw eliminated contestants return in the finale to vote for the top 2 All-Stars, was highly unpopular among viewers. Of course, queens who were out of the running would target the queens who cut their journey short. One could see that outcome a mile away.
Were you nervous? Or were you like, okay, I've killed it this season?
No, I knew it was a wrap.
With that, Shangela, who was considered the favorite to win after Dela's departure, wasn't selected as one of the final 2 queens. No shade to Trixie or Kennedy, but Shanji not even getting the chance to lip sync for the crown will never sit right with us.
You get right there to the edge, and then you don't get it, and it's a horrible feeling.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.